It's not my fault, but I'll find a solution. When I was in college, I got a second job during the summer at a restaurant. During my interview, I had told them that I could not work specific days because I was working at my other job. On my third week, they scheduled me to work on my off days. I had talked to them and they gave me a list of numbers of other servers to find someone to take the shift. I was able to get my shift covered. The next week the same thing happened. Now, I hated this job. I've worked plenty of restaurants before and this one was a cry before work, during work, and after work kind of job. I told the manager that the day I had been scheduled for a day that was not in my availability. Twice now. The manager said, "Well, I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's not our fault. So you need to find a solution." I contacted every employee at both jobs. No one could cover either shift. I worked my next shift at the restaurant and as I was cashing out, I told my manager I was done and this was my last shift. He goes, "So you're just not doing the 2 weeks?" Quote, and I said, "You told me to find a solution and I did." 2 weeks? Why would I continue to do my job for 2 more weeks when you can't even bother to do your job at all? This is a lie that needs to be repudiated. The employee is not responsible for covering their own shift. That's precisely what managers are supposed to do. See, they know you aren't supposed to be scheduled. They also know they have to work any shift not covered. So they put your name and then lied about you finding coverage, essentially making you do his job. It was on purpose, emo. Side note, YTF are they handing out the personal numbers of other staff without making sure it was okay first? I would be pissed about this breach of privacy, especially if it was given to one of the few workers I refuse to interact with outside of work. If they were scheduling you outside your availability, they were trying to get rid of you. That's one of the methods used. Good on you. Know your worth. Bottom line is you told them when you can work when you got hired. So yes, it's their problem. That is the manager's job to manage. That's bonkers. It's solely a manager's responsibility to schedule employees. It's one of the most fundamental parts of the job. It's not our fault. Really? Who makes the schedule then? But it's not our fault, but it is your risk. It's not our job to find someone to cover your shift. Bull. Shit. Finding someone to cover a shift is one of the key jobs of management. Nice people try to give 2 weeks notice and then not nice managers cut their hours so they can't pay rent. There is no winning. I'm on the side of not getting evicted. What you do when you are given a problem. Solve it. Either he will choose spite and tell you off or suddenly find a solution to cover your shift so that you don't need to quit. And they gave me a list of numbers of other servers to find someone to take the shift. Is this an American thing? Managers mange the shifts. If I can't work, it's on the manager to find cover, not me as the employee. It was definitely their fault and it was never up to you to find a solution to their deliberate incompetence. I have been a manager in retail and the job of finding someone was 100% mine. If I could not find anyone to cover, I worked it, no big deal. 70,100 hours a week was common enough, but I was working 2 stores way back in the 90s and after that job way more off time every day. I never understood the so-called manager expecting you to do their job. My job is to come in and work, and if I told them I was not available, then why should I be the one to find someone to cover the shift? I am also a problem solver. I would have done the same. I applaud you. They wouldn't give you 2 weeks to let you go.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.